Hello, welcome back to Campfire Stories with Sasquatch. I'm going to tell you a story that took place not in Tick Bight, but in Salemburg, North Carolina. My part of my family was there. Part of my mother's family was there, and my cousin Lori and I played together a lot, especially when we were kids. So we were probably 10 or 11 years old. The house had a cement block wall that ran down the property line. And it was about chest high up near the house, and as it got closer to the back of the lot, it got shorter. To a child, it was a huge wall, but I really don't think it was that big looking back on it. But we would get up on top of this wall, and we'd walk to the end of it and walk back. And we told each other ghost stories while we were doing it and scared ourselves to death. So Lori always said that if we fell off the wall, that Rex Mundy would get us. Anybody know who Rex Mundy is? Rex Mundy's the king of the world. That'd be the devil. Not Skeleton up here. He's just a decoration. But I'm talking about the real one. But anyway, Rex Mundy would get us if we fell off the wall. So one evening, it's getting dark, and we're out walking down the wall. We start at the little small part back at the back part of the lot, walk towards the house. And ever so many feet, I don't remember how many it was, it seemed like a quarter of a mile to a child, but I'm sure it was a fairly small lot looking back on it. But ever so often, the wall would step up 1 or 2 blocks. So we would walk a ways and we'd step up a couple of blocks and get a little higher. Walk a ways, step up a couple of blocks and get a little higher. So we're walking along. It's getting dark. We've been scaring each other, talking about Rex Mundy was going to get us if we fell off the wall. We're getting closer to the house, getting closer, stepping up a couple of blocks, stepping up a couple of blocks. And, we're also singing songs about Humpty Dumpty, because Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall and we're playing on a wall. So we're talking about Rex Mundy, which is scary, and we're talking about Humpty Dumpty, which is funny. So we get to the taller part of the wall, and Lori looks at me and says, "Now don't fall off. You don't want to be Humpty Dumpty, and you don't want Rex Mundy to get you." So we're about to jump off the wall, and we hear something. There's bushes planted along one side of this wall, and we hear something in these bushes, and it's rustling around and making all kinds of noise. To a couple of 10-year-olds, that'll scare you, just so you don't know, just so you know. So now we're wondering what's in the bush. It's scratching around, making some noise. And it's making a noise we've never heard before. It's kind of making I don't know, a little, almost a chirp, but it's more of a whine than a chirp. And Lori, being Lori, she started talking about, "That's Rex Mundy. He's coming to get you because you're bad." And at this point, I am ready to go. I'm ready to get off this wall. I'm ready to go in the house. And I'm sure we've been told not to play on the wall because we'll get hurt or whatever. But anyway, I'm ready to go. But the wall at this point is so tall that I don't want to jump off. And I really don't want to know what's on the other side of the wall that's making that funny noise. A noise that I've really never heard before. It's not a dog, it's not a cat, it's not a bird. And for all I know, it's Rex Mundy. It sounds kind of scary. So here I go. I take off running as hard as I can go on this wall towards the shorter end. And I make that first transition down to the lower blocks with absolutely no problem. And I keep running. I get to that second transition where it gets a little bit lower, tripped over my own feet. I'm pretty sure I did a flip on the wall and came to land on the other side of that wall where I did not want to be. The creatures over there were still making those noises, those kind of squeaks and shrieks and stuff, and I had landed right in the middle of them. And they were all around me. Some of them, there was one of them that was much bigger than the other ones, but there were several of them. And I had landed on one of them, and it was kind of screaming because I was laying on it. So Lori comes over with the flashlight, shines the flashlight on me, and I've fallen on a rabbit. That sound that I didn't recognize was a rabbit, but it scared me to death. So there's a mama rabbit and a bunch of little baby rabbits. They're little tiny things. They're about, I don't know, about that big, and they're running all over the place. I didn't hurt the rabbit. As soon as I got up, the rabbit took off, hopping away just fine. But if you're out at night, you're walking along a wall, be mindful because Rex Mundy is out there and he will get you. We live in his world. Don't ever forget that. Good night.